I have a dream for a restaurant. But before I could open up my dream every month, I'm 30 G's in the hole because of my location. And it's got to be for 30 G's, it's got to have parking.
Yep.
They got to have a lot of things. On top of that, I'm going to have payroll. So I'm minus 37,000. And that's, I don't even know. I'm just throwing numbers up there. I know that it's expensive to rent.
It's such a tough
because I have
business.
friends that have jiu-jitsu schools, and they tell me what the number is, and I fucking shit my pants.
It's crazy.
That's always something that blows my mind. Whenever I drive by like a coffee store or like a bagels, a little bit you can have good and bad bagels, but businesses that don't really have any like room for being a better business, I don't like it blows my mind that people actually go and start like, it seems like there's too much competition. And like if you have something you're talented at, go for it. But just to open up another liquor store is like, geez.
Okay, if you go down to Hunger right here, and before you hit Magnolia, there's a little coffee shop 2 doors down from the church. If they're lucky, they sell 10 coffees a fucking day.
Yeah, how do they
Because
stay
how
in
many
business?
people could actually walk and get coffee? You know what? They hustle. I've been watching that because that's my stupidity in life. When somebody opens, like, okay, a couple months ago, a wing and curry place opened on fucking on whatever. I was excited because they had a sign that said "Wings coming soon."
Okay.
I go, listen, Lee and I don't have a place to go sit and chit chat. You know, it's around the corner from the office.
Yeah.
But then the sign came up and it was like wings, but curry. I called Lee right away and I go, I'll never walk in there.
How do you
It's
combine
horrible
those two?
foot traffic. It's a horrible combination. This is what I look at as an econ major. I know it sounds stupid to a lot of people. I like to see the rise and the rise of a business, and then if it falls, I want to know why.
Why?
And you put together that it was a bad location. And it's just a stupid personal hobby of mine. Some people think about the world being flat. Others think about whatever. This is what I think about.
Yeah.
You look at that coffee shop, and he got information about it. It's been there for 2 years. I've been walking with Mercy. She's 4. I stopped in there many a time and got a coffee with my wife. Coffee was good. They're Spanish. They're very decent people. They had a child. He's in there.
Mom and pop.
Mom and pop.
So that's
But if you notice, they're building a hotel right next to it.
Is that a hotel?
That's a hotel. So that fucked them. That
good for
was
him.
It was looking good. It slowed down a little bit. But right now they're putting all this North Hollywood drive around. That's it.
the rent around there's going through
the
the
rent
roof.
is going through the roof.
This is the hottest
They're
neighborhood in
building
LA
up over
right
here.
now.
But let's pretend Lee had a good thing. He sees a coffee shop. He sees that it's small, and he sees that there's no growth potential in the business. Okay, when you open up any type of food industry, you're already in like a 30% range of failure, and I think that's speaking moderately. I'm no restaurant type of guy. I think that sometimes people go somewhere and he says, I had a meal in India, and I think I'm going to bring the chef over and open up the same, and it just, and with restaurants, it's like a glamour thing. Like the critics have to like it. And it's got to become a hot spot like Eat. You know, we go for breakfast from time to time. My wife, we go to either Denny's or Eat. We always mix it up. So you look at these places and you go, no, whatever to grow. Well, maybe I want to be the best product I want to be and give people, I know how big I want to be. This guy had a vision when he opened up the business. He knew he didn't want to expand. He probably worked as an engineer for 20 years.
Right.
All right? He saw the corporate side of life. He put away some money, and one day he said, guess what I'm going to do? I live on 222 Smith Avenue. I'm going to fucking open up a coffee shop on 52 Smith Avenue.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Get why? I'll tell you why. Because I'm going to be in there all day. It gives me a chance to do something with my life. I still get a pension. And I get away from my wife for 8 fucking hours. And I get to create whatever the fuck I want, coffee. And if people come in, they come in. If not, I don't really lose money. I need to sell 2 coffees a day and I break even.
Yep.
But at least I'm doing something with my life. You follow me, Lee? Some people know exactly what they want. You know, some people just open up a fucking place. You know, nobody would dream of. It's amazing the places that you see open up and you go, that's not going to work. And you try to be positive. You already know by the name or the gimmick.
Yep.
It sounded like a good idea, but it's tough to sell cupcakes That's a lot of cupcakes to pay rent
to cover that. And there's certain locations that are just the kiss of death. No matter what they put in there, it just doesn't work. Or the parking sucks. Or it's a pain in the ass with the red light.
And you never know till you're in it.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, you never know till you're in the fucking game.
But didn't you guys have in the town when I grew up? There was one spot that was a new restaurant every 8 months.
Yep.
Every 8 months, and it was like, I'm surprised. Like, the real estate agents must just be lying to people. I just don't like. It's weird how that happens.
It's like a pregnant woman. It's like a woman that's gonna get married. She sees what she wants to see.
Yeah.
It's like when you shoot a movie, and while you're shooting the movie, you think this is an Oscar winner. And after you watch it and the smoke settles and the ether goes away, you're like, ooh, what was I thinking? You know, how many times have people come up to you? Didn't we have somebody come in here once and say, I got a new show. I've been in their business for 20 years, and this is the best new show. Lee, you remember? He goes, this is the best new show that I've ever worked on. And 3 weeks later, the show was canceled. Was he lying to us? No. He
believed it at that time.
He believed the ether while he was there, the shooting. Sometimes people believe their own ether.
Yeah, they want it so bad that they don't see the reality.
They don't see the reality.
Like, I knew 2 guys that opened up. It was honestly the best pizza I've ever had in Los Angeles. But their location was garbage. There was zero parking. Zero parking. It didn't last. It couldn't last.
Listen, the best pizza in Hollywood is at Vito's.
Yeah, I agree.
On La Brea. You know what the chances of you getting parking there?
0 to none.
0 to none. I'd love to take you, Lee, and go to Vito's and get a slice, but you're not going to get parking there. You got to go at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
What about up here, Skinny Kitchen? They literally just expanded, and within 6 months, they closed up here. And I'm pretty sure the West Hollywood one is closed. It's crazy.
You know, but Skinny Kitchen sounds great on paper.
Yeah,
when Lee came in here and said it was healthy options, until he told me what they had.
Right.
And that's the fucking problem. You know, there's a place called Lemonade.
Yes.
My wife fucking hates it. My wife thinks it's total garbage.
Yeah,
I don't know. I've never been there. I love Lemonade. I see Lemonade.
It's like all kinds of salads and stuff like that, right?
Becky loves it. Everybody has different opinions. You know what I'm saying? You look at those places, and you say to yourself, how the fuck did I just pay $15 for a salad?
That's everything in the city.
But you don't know till you get home that night and go, wait a second. I paid $15 for a bowl of lettuce and 2 pieces of chicken. You know how many salads you could get? How big is a bag
at
of lettuce?
Home. Yeah,
those bags of lettuce.
10 of them.
How much are those bags?
Probably $2.
$4 and 2 chicken cutlets. But you're paying these people $15. But you also have to imagine that half of that is going to their fucking rent.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Half of that, I don't even see the profit margin.
There was a great documentary called Deli Man about the rise of all the great Jewish delis over the last 150 years and how they're all going out of business because the cost of goods everything's too expensive. Your margins are so small that you could have 1,000 customers in a day and still not make.
I could go to where my wife is from. The town over is Bradford, Tennessee. Mm-hmm. There's a mall where there's a Chinese buffet. There's a Walmart. But guess what? In that strip mall, there's 4 places that are wide open.
Right.
I could go in there and tell the guy, listen, cut one of these in half. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a coffee shop here. Lattes, chocolate white mocha, the shit that the Coffee Bean sells, the Black Forest.
Yep.
Maybe, but keep it simple. What I'm really pushing is the regular coffee.
Yep.
A little bit of cream and 2 scoops of sugar. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not going to sit here with syrups and all this greasy shit. But I'm also going to have Danishes for them. Mm-hmm. And I'm also going to have an egg sandwich for them, which the profit margin, through the roof. An egg is what?
25 cents. 10
a fucking
cents.
bun is what? 10? And what's a slice of cheese? And what's a fucking, that's it. And a piece of Taylor ham.
Yep.
And you could do it $4.95 and throw in a cup of coffee. I could sell 200 of those in the daytime. That's my specialty in life.
Yep.
$4.95 and a 1 egg sandwich made by Uncle Joey on the grill right here. Fresh New Jersey style with the aluminum foil. And I cut it with the aluminum foil like a fucking doctor.
That'd be great.
That's the way you do it. But to have that, I would have to have sufficient coverage in the bank and time, and I would give myself time because of the things I've gotten involved in my life. I would give myself time. I knew that it would take time. I'd have to join a social media thing.
Yeah, marketing. You have to spend a lot of money in advertising.
Well, not even a lot of money. It's just being visible.
Yeah.
being visible and convincing people to come in for a cup of coffee and not charge them $4.50.
Right.
I'm not pushing $4 coffee here. I'm keeping it simple. I
Well,
believe
you
in
would be
keeping-
great in any of those businesses
No,
because
I
they're
love-
personality driven.
Yeah, they're personality
So people
driven.
would come in just to hang out with
Sit
you.
down, get a cup of coffee,
Yeah.
talk shit, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
I
you
love
would kill
something
that.
like
You
that.
would be so good at
The
that.
last 10 years of my life, I would love to do something like that. I think it would be, for a guy like me, I love it. You know, I'd love to open up a Cuban restaurant, but it would be one thing a day. Yeah,
Ooh.
I would be open for breakfast, for ham and eggs, or Cuban whatever breakfast. I'd make up a Cuban bowl or whatever. I'd have like eggs, a steak, white rice, a 8-ounce steak, and 2 eggs fried on top of it. And you cut it like that and let the yolk go all over the steak and the white rice. That's Cuban stuff. Will I
Sounds
eat it?
delicious.
Not in a million years. And I'll throw you 3 fried bananas. You know, one of those
plantains.
things. I'll throw you a Cuban egg sandwich for breakfast. And that's breakfast. And then for lunch, make one specialty a day. Arroz con pollo or leche. On Friday, make some type of fish. You know, beef tongue on Thursday. And it changes every day. And when it's done, it's done. When it's done, it's done. You're not going to come in here and go, well, do you have it without the peppers? Listen, this is how it owns.
One of the best pizza places in Philly, they only make so many doughs every day. You got to call in advance to reserve your dough, and when they're done, they're done.
They're done,
That's
they're
it.
done.
Goodbye. We're
That's
done.
it.
We're close.
We don't have time to play games with people
Yep.
because you don't have nothing to lose. You're not looking to be Johnny Bananas. You're at the side of a road in Tennessee somewhere, and you got to get rednecks to come in and go, man, this is the best egg sandwich I've ever had in my life. You know, like,
Exactly.
you know, yeah, it is. And all of a sudden you start talking to them. They tell you they're World War II vet and they hate Japanese people. You fucking nod your head. You know, you don't agree, but you nod your head. You know what I'm saying? You don't say you hate Japanese people, but you go, yeah, you're right. And they come in every day for a cup of coffee, give you an ear beating. And then they go home, and then they start gathering there. Next thing you know, you got 20 old guys gathering, talking
Oh,
shit,
the best.
drinking coffee.
Old
tipping
guys
you.
go out for breakfast like
Yeah,
it's a
every
bar.
day,
They're
yeah.
bars for old dudes.
But they're always looking for 15% off. The old geezers, they catch you with that sunrise breakfast.
Yeah.
That kills you. You know
There
what
was
I'm
a place a block away from Gold's in Venice. They would do 50% off omelets from like 5:30 in the morning to 6:30. All the old guys would be in there at 5:45.
I was gonna say, were they there at 5:25 with their
Yeah, waiting to get
cans?